Hi, in this video, I'm going to show you how you can distribute your music to platforms such as Spotify using a service called Tunecore. Tunecore is a music distribution service where independent artists and producers create and schedule the release of their music. For example, if you are looking to release a single or an album and you want that single or album to appear on the major music platforms such as Spotify, then you can use Tunecore to do that. You simply go to tunecore.com, create an account, create a release, upload your assets, input your metadata, and then schedule the release. For the next part of the video, I'm going to take you through that exact process. Stay tuned. Okay, so what I've done now is I've logged into an artist's account, my good friend and client Sherilyn. Check out Sherilyn's music. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add new single. And from here, I'm just going to demonstrate to you the process of creating a single release using Tunecore. So the first step is the title of the song. So I'm going to use one of the songs that she released. This is a test, so I'm just writing test there. And then you're presented with the question, does this song have explicit lyrics? You know the answer to that. So if it's yes, you choose yes. If it's no, you choose no. And then here, you type in the artist's name. Okay, so whatever your artist name or the name of the artist that you're distributing using Tunecore, you're going to need to add that into this. You can also add a Spotify artist ID so that Tunecore can make sure basically that when the release goes out, it's connected to any other Spotify releases or any other Apple releases under the same artist that are already in existence. Okay, so you can either just type in, if it's just your first release, you could just type in your artist name and then you're basically like creating that artist in Spotify and Apple. Otherwise, if you have released before, maybe you released on another distribution platform or you have released otherwise, you're going to need to make sure that Tunecore has the Spotify artist ID. And to get that, so you go over to the artist profile as it appears in Spotify, and you click on this icon here, click share, and then copy artist link. So let's copy that and then move over to Tunecore. Then we come back to Tunecore, click add Apple or Spotify artist ID. As it says here, artist, if you have content available on Apple Music or Spotify, please add your existing artist URLs, so that link that I just copied from Spotify, in the fields below. This will ensure your music is placed directly on your existing Apple Music or Spotify artist pages. Please make sure you're adding the correct artist URL. Okay, so what we do here, I'm just going to paste that there, and then I'm going to click save. Okay, so now Tunecore knows which Spotify artist this should be connected to. Then you have options such as what language it is, so whatever language it is written in, you should choose that there. Primary genre, so choose your genre. Subgenre, secondary genre, that sort of thing. And now the release date. So major tip here, if you are scheduling your release, please schedule it ahead of time. Not only so that you've got the time to build out your marketing and connect with your audience. Also, releasing music is a very administrative process. There are a lot of moving parts, and if one of those parts is delayed, maybe, I don't know, maybe there's a delay with the mixing engineer or a delay with the artwork, these things happen. If you give yourself a good amount of time in advance, so you're scheduling your release way ahead of the time that you're scheduling the release, then you've got more time to absorb those problems. As it actually says here, set your release date 4 weeks from today to give stores time to review your release. Another good reason to do that. Release time. Okay, so you can choose the release time that it goes out. If you have a preferred time. And then there's an option, can this release be sold worldwide? Answer either no, I have some restrictions. If you have restrictions, maybe you work with someone or something like that. I don't know, but maybe you have some restrictions, so you choose no. Otherwise, choose yes. If this has been previously released, then choose yes, and then make sure that you're using the same ISRC that you used previously. For example, let's say you released this exact same master recording of this exact same song some years ago, but you're re-releasing it maybe because of new platforms or what have you. If you want it to completely match, if you want it to have the same stream count, if you want it to exist as one song, as one recording in Spotify, make sure you use the same ISRC as you did before. Otherwise, if it's a new master, maybe it's remastered or it's just a new edition, same song but new master, then use a different ISRC and Tunecore can actually create one of those for you. And then you just enter the recording location there. Okay, so create my single. Okay, great. So this is the next step. So one of 4 steps are completed. This is the second step. And here it's given me some details. So it's created an ISRC, a UPC as well. So that's the code for the product. The ISRC is the code for the track, the master recording. The UPC is the code for the product, the single or the album that you are releasing, that track and or other tracks as well. And then here you add stores. So this is where you choose which platforms you want it to go out to. You can deliver to all current digital stores. Otherwise, if you do want it on some stores and not on others, you can choose to deliver here or not deliver here per each store. Okay, you might have a reason for that. That's absolutely fine. And this will give you an idea of all of the stores that Tunecore will put your song out to. Okay, so there's quite a lot there. All the major ones covered at least. Okay, so I'm just going to click save. That's absolutely fine. And now I need to enter some details and upload some media for the song itself. Okay, so song title, I've already entered that. Songwriter, so at least one songwriter is required for this song. A songwriter is the person or persons who wrote the lyrics and or the music for this song. You can add as many songwriters as you like, one songwriter per line. So maybe you are the songwriter, you might be your own songwriter, as well as your own recording artist. So that's just your name, literally your legal name that goes in there. And potentially you might have paired up with other songwriters. You'd enter their legal names in the songwriter field as well. And you can do that by just clicking add songwriter every time you want to add a new songwriter. Song artists and creatives. Lists all artists that appear on this song. You may select multiple roles for each artist. You can select from our list of roles such as main artist, featured, producer, etc. Visit our FAQ for more role definitions. Okay, so if it's just you and you're the main artist, just like Sherilyn is here, then that's it. It's just Sherilyn. Otherwise, if you have a feature, you can add features, you can add producers if you want them as kind of featured artists on the release. And then any other additional information as per this field here. And you can choose, interestingly, a TikTok clip start time. Okay, so TikTok obviously is very short format, very short form video content. Thus, the music tracks that attach to those videos are very short form as well. What you can do is you can choose, I don't know, maybe it's the hook or whatever part of the song that you would want people to add to TikTok videos. You can choose which clip of that song you want to go out to TikTok. So you might want to listen back to your track and then find that moment in the song and then enter the timestamp of it here before you go ahead and save. Then you add your artwork. So you're going to need to add artwork here. Simply upload it via this feature here. Bunch of requirements here, of course. These are the types of files you can use. This is the spec of the file. Okay, so just pay attention to the rules so that there aren't any mistakes along the way. You can just upload the artwork file, or you can have Tunecore make something for you as well. Great. Okay, cool. So once you're done putting all the details in for your release, go to single overview to just double check everything's in order. And then once you upload your masters, once you upload your artwork, you can move on to the next step. Okay, so in this video, we got you started creating a release using Tunecore. Hope that was useful, and I'll see you in the next video.